Hello, Never Lost 26, and Crow. Unfortunately not first. RIP, but you were close. JK? No, you can't take it back. Now you're gonna hurt my feelings. That's worse than... That's worse than flirting. Taking it back. That makes it so much worse. Hello, Donut. Welcome to the chat room. Pretty big day for Daniel. Tatooine should probably take less than an hour. Maybe an hour and a half if I'm really, being careful. We'll get to the Leviathan today. That's gonna be a bit of a pain in the butt, I already know. But, yeah, still a handsome guy, I'm sure. Yeah, obviously. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yes, big day today. Big day. Especially if I'm Deadeye Duncan. Yeah. First get 75 XP to start, really? I didn't know that. I just get straight XP off the bat. Huh. Interesting. I'm learning new things. Well, roboification. Welcome to the chat room. What does EXP do? It just displays your rank. You're number 2 right now. You're number 2 in the chat. That means you've chatted the most. You have the most EXP. It's just a little competition thing. It's nothing serious. But if you're number 1, you are the king of the chat room. You are the owner of the ELO machine. That means you have won. You're the strongest democratic ruler of the chat. Oh dang, now you're third. RIP. The only way to increase the XP is to donate. Don't feel pressure to do that. Unless you just want to brag. Also, yes, Grug is the king. We love Grug. Everybody loves Grug. Grug's the best. He's my very favorite. Ow. Anyway, yeah, we're just, oh right, I have to buy HK. I'm gonna buy HK in just a little bit here. But first, I'm, clearing out what mobs I can to get some XP. No, messed up. Danny Boy may be the strongest ever, but he still needs XP to become even more powerful. I'm so happy that we're healing a non-zero amount now from all of our health packs. It's so nice. The Circlet of Suresh and the Queldroma robes are helping so much. Not to mention the strength drugs and all the strength gear. Really makes a zero stat character feel barely passable. Thankfully, being a Jedi pushes things over the edge, so we feel actually strong sometimes. 3 attacks and a hit. Pretty good. Pretty good. Uh-oh. I'm out of speed, guys. You need socks for your collection. Oh yes, the new emote, Silence. Funny HK emote. We need about 7 more members, I believe, for another emote. And 17 if we want 2 emotes, so we can get the influence lost and gained at the same time. Which would be pretty cool. Also, let me check something out. Surely after like nearly a week now. No, the droid emote still isn't animated. It's still not a GIF. I'm gonna have to do research into that. That is very lame. Nearly been a week now. Man, we got all the regulars today. Hello, Poner. Hello, Milk. Hello, everybody. Good to see you here. But yes, Milk, we have a new emote for members to check out. It's the Silence HK47 emote. Very funny, very goofy, very silly. Very baked, as it were. Yo, Never Lost. Thank you very much for your support. I highly appreciate it. Very awesome of you, and congratulations to Reps for receiving that gift membership. Thank you very much. Now we're only 6 members away from another emote. And 16 away from 2. Pure Pazak. Pure Pazak indeed. These sand people must be so pissed. I'm just like running in circles. And I cut off the attack animation. I'm very smart. I am very smart. Ha, got him. Lovable Poner too? My dude, welcome, welcome to the Cool Primate Club. Thank you very much for your support. It's highly appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Feel free to try out all the silly emotes that you now have access to. Yes, the Kalo Nord emote. That one's gotta be the best. Everyone loves the Nord. Apes together strong, my friends. Apes together strong. Look at he's using all of them. He's got all the emotes. He's so powerful. Is it possible to learn this power? For $3. Achuta. DM Live Wiki. Welcome to the chat room. Let's get another emote. I agree. I agree. You cannot be stopped. Now we will have Kalo Nords in the chat room. Every day, I have brought peace, stability, and Kalo Nord to this chat room. Kalo staring with his big, beautiful anime eyes. I shall be your doom. Thank you very much. I practiced that Anakin voice to be as silly and goofy as possible. It's good to know that I have the same timbre of a Canadian man pretending to have an American accent. Though, I don't think Hayden Christensen has that deep of a Canadian accent to begin with, right? Like, oh, you betcha. Oh, sorry. I don't think he ever sounded like that. I wouldn't really know. I haven't seen any of Hayden Christensen's other work, to be honest. I should look into it because I'm such a fan of the prequels. And him. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. They pissed in my cereal, master. Better than his Italian accent? He did an Italian accent? Really? I kinda gotta know now. Jumper is good. Hayden Christensen should do the Trump voice. Well, I mean, we have Sebastian Stan for that. Sebastian Stan's got that covered. Sebastian Stan's like the new age Hayden Christensen. Not that he was too far behind or anything, but you get what I'm saying. What the? Where'd this guy come from? Oh, he just took a different angle. I thought that was a fourth sand person. I'm very silly. I am very stupid. Ow. Man, kinda did just flash step on screen, yeah. He must have just phased through his buddies there. Also, hello, Melia. Mela. Curse my, English-speaking brain and trying to read the L before the vowels. I don't even think that's a quirk of the English language. I think I'm just stupid. Anyway, welcome to the chat. I mean, you do have 0 intelligence, and that tracks. It's true. What's up, Kahlo nerds? Who is Sebastian Stan? He plays Bucky in Marvel. And he recently played Donald Trump in The Apprentice. I said recently, but I think that was a 2024 movie. What's up, Kahlo nerds? Hello, Useless Knight. Welcome to the chat room. Good to see all the regulars and some new faces. We're gonna have one heck of a stream tonight. It's gonna be interesting. Recently-ish. Like, ish 13C. Recently-ish. I thought ish was a separate word. I bring that up because my friends recently just got done with JJK's recent 1,000-person civilization event. It is wrapped up and going to be on YouTube. If you guys see Default Sprite and Emerald LLC in that video, if you're into Minecraft civilization videos, they were my buddies. How are we on star maps? Kashyyyk and Korriban. Yup. Kashyyyk and Korriban. Gonna get Tatooine real quick. Well, we're gonna do all the things to get Tatooine's map real quick. I don't know about the bend and fight. That's probably gonna take a little long, because I'm gonna draw it out. Try and fight all the bad guys one-on-one in the cave. Plenty of room to do it. And, I still have a lot of mobs to kill out here, so it's probably gonna be a while. Man, don't be using stims. That's not cool. Is Danny gonna kill the sand people? Nah. I'm gonna get HK. We've got money to burn. I mean, I guess I could put up to democracy if it's a really contentious issue and everyone really wants to see me do that. It would probably just take a really long time. Well, no, I can't even. I need light side points. I need as much light side points as possible. Euthora was not redeemed. She is the leader of the school now. But yes, Uthar is dead. Is it dumb to do Tatooine first after Tatooine? No. Tatooine is supposed to be first. By all means, you do Tatooine first. What's dumb is doing Korriban first or second. Like I do all the time. Uthar win? That guy lost. Hello, friends. 643, welcome to the chat room. Are you late? No. Just by 10 minutes. We've just been hanging out. I haven't really done anything crazy, just, you know, clearing out some mobs for XP. As you do. If I had an intelligence at 0 and I was told there was a robot that could solve all my problems, I'd pick them up. Yeah, exactly. Grinding, I feel it. Heck yeah, dude, we're always on the grind. We're always getting our money up, not our funny up. These raids give better XP than the sand people, I think. We should just reload and fight them, honestly. At least once that neuron reached your only functioning brain cell. Don't worry, we have plenty of 0 intelligence people who can function. Functional illiterates, we call them. You were asking if you were doing it backwards because every playthrough you start on Korriban. The reason I start on Korriban is because I want the Olet Quadroma robes. If it's a run where I can do the Force, where I can be a Jedi, then I always go for the Quadroma robes. Those are the robes that always give the best bonuses no matter what for every Jedi. Wisdom is always important, and the armor class for robes is really good. It has the best armor class. I thought you were going to call them politician. Close enough, right? In your mind, Tatooine and Kashyyyk being first and second makes sense as you get the remaining companions on those. Korriban being last makes sense that you can't bring Bastila with you anyway. It does. Doing the Leviathan before Korriban does unlock funny dialogue. Out of a pure coding point of view, it should be Tatooine, Manon, Kashyyyk, and then Korriban, simply because Kalo Nord and Bandon have their hardest boss fights on Tatooine and Kashyyyk, respectively. So if you're going for like a real challenge, you want to do those planets in that order. Even if it doesn't really make sense plot-wise, especially considering the sequence in which Bastila talks about the planets where the star maps are in your flashback to being Kevin Spacey and nobody else. Great Sith Lord Kevin. But honestly, the order to me at this point is whatever has the best loot for the build I'm trying to make. And typically, if it's a Force user playthrough, it starts on Korriban. I don't do all of Korriban, but I go there first. And then Tatooine is almost always next, because it has some of the best stuff. Otherwise, that can't be used by a Force user. Korriban can break Karth's quest of the sun, so you typically do it later, which also makes sense. You want to do it early enough to send Uthor to Dantooine. So yeah, it's totally reasonable to do that third. It's not like it doesn't make sense to meet Bandon at his alma mater, you know? You can do all plans before the Leviathan, you just have to not close the star map. That's true. And remember Jedi Bob? Bro, everyone loves Jedi Bob. I should do a Jedi Bob run. I would go so hard. The strongest Jedi to ever live. He could beat Kevin in a one-on-one. You bought your daughter the Jedi Starfighter set from the LEGO series. It has Jedi Bob. Let's go! Let's go! You know, believe it or not, I actually have a LEGO set that is an Old Republic LEGO set. Not KOTOR, but SWOTOR. It has, what's her face? Not Bastila Shan, her descendant, who's the Jedi Grandmaster in SWOTOR. What is her name? How could I forget? I've played SWOTOR. I have completely forgotten. Satil. Yes, that's my... Yeah, I have a little minifigure of Satil. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't even know it at the time. That was before I was into SWTOR. I was much younger. But now I know. Maybe when I start live streaming at 10k subs, I'll show her off. The Lego set she's from is completely destroyed. I would have to find the old rule book, or just the, not the rule book, the man, fuck you. The directions to make the set again. But I do have the minifigure. Dementia Daniel does strike again. Struck twice, actually. You had the LAT set with Mace Windu and Jedi Bob. Yo! The jar, bro. Come on. You think so... You think me so base. I would never put Satil Shan in a jar. No promises about you, Thoro, though. You have that set and the Darth Malgus set? Awesome, dude. Heck yeah. Alright, I got a question for the people who have played SWTOR. Who is a better permanent villain? Malgus or Vitiate? Discuss. Lego has a database of instructions. Oh, that's pretty good. That's very helpful. Slightly off topic, but it's kind of impressive that Lego does such a good job with instruction manuals compared to most professional products. Yeah, dude. Vitiate for sure. You're tired of seeing Malgus? Interesting. I could say the same about Vitiate, though. Mankey. Yes, hello, Gills. Welcome to the chat room. Anyone seen the cool Ebon Hawk set somebody made with, like, different parts? Oh, I haven't seen that. That sounds awesome. I'd get me one of those for sure. Mucha shogabaka. Vitiate has lore for him coming back, though. They do it just for kicks with Malgus. You're not wrong about that. You are not wrong about that. It's been so long since you played SWTOR that I don't remember all the stuff, but at least Vitiate makes sense. I don't think anything about Vitiate makes sense. He seems way too powerful for Star Wars. I don't like either of them, to be honest. It was a dead question to... I was curious, but like, in my opinion, I just don't like either of them. I don't really know who would replace them. But, to be honest, I just think there's a villain problem in SWTOR a lot of the time. Every story's campaigns have understandable villains that, you know, are there for whatever's happening during that chapter. But for overall villains that are supposed to try and, like, be everyone's antagonist, it's difficult for anyone else to care. Like, why does a smuggler care about Vitiate or Malgus? Why does... A trooper would care, because obviously he's fighting against the Sith Empire. Consular would care, Knight would care, Knight would especially care. But the smuggler's kind of just there. Just as an example. And also they have to make Malgus like a traitor, like he's trying to set up his own empire so that the Sith people can fight him as a raid boss. Similar thing with Revan. I think there's a lot of things with SWTOR. I wish sometimes that there was just one consistent story. And you could just, you know, choose your class and your build for that one consistent story, and it would adapt to that story rather than having 8 campaigns, which unfortunately don't even matter. Because once you're done with those campaigns, you're on the DLC track, and You're like an entirely different character then. You're the Outlander. You're whoever. It's hard to call back to who you were, whichever character you were. They try hard by, you know, bringing back your companion characters after there's a cool war, and you have to go find your characters and do certain quests to get them back into your alliance. I wish it were just more coherent. That's just me, though. You'd follow Darth Bingus. Yeah, I'd follow Darth Bingus. Though, I prefer Floppa. I like the Floppas better. Darth Bob. SWTOR is a recurring villain problem. They brought back Vitiate, Malgus, and Revan. Man, Revan was such a wasted potential, man. Like, first of all, they probably shouldn't have brought him back at all. They should have just given him a better fate than what he got. Him and Exile both. But the fact that he came back, was around in the Republic for like, I don't know, 5 years or whatever, and then he went crazy. That seems kind of, like, terrible. Like, all that time, he could have been, you know, talking to Satel, learning about what happened to Bastila, everything that he missed, and, like, we don't even go into that. We kind of just rescue him, and then that's it. We never hear about him again. Until it's time to, you know, put him out to pasture, because he's gone crazy. Like, yeah, what a great way to explore this character that everyone in the community is attached to. Just, chuck him in the bin, you know? Nihilus should have Palpatine back into the lore? Nah. That wouldn't have made sense. Nihilus is a force of nature. He's not much of a character. Vitiate and Malgus are... I like Malgus better as a written person character with better understandable lore. It's just that he's died already. They wasted him, and then they brought him back because they realized they wasted him, and it was too late, bro. It was too late. How can you have a main villain like Malgus or Vitiate, and the only characters that interact with either of them are Jedi Knight or Jedi... Not Jedi Knight. Jedi... Yes, Jedi Knight and Sith Warrior. Everyone else is completely disconnected from them, and therefore all future events, just completely disconnected. They're just swept up into it. Jedi Knight and Sith Warrior kind of makes sense because they are attached to the Emperor directly. In some way. But everything else, they're just there. Which is unfortunate. Darth Bingus, Darth Bob. Darth Barris is the best SWTOR antagonist. Peak meme potential, really fun design. Sith Warrior story. Yeah, we all love Sith Warrior. That would be a really fun story to do on stream.
Who are you? You would be right. Came out of nowhere.
All the funny democracy that could happen for that playthrough. All the Empire stories were pretty weak. I'm pretty sure everyone really liked the Agent, though, because you could actually make real decisions for that one. Things would happen and make sense. Like, there'd be decisions and consequences. But I never really got far. I kind of got bored once you found the ant person. Like, are we for real? This is our companion? The ant person? Hello, Nick Zedrot. That piss-poor novel? Yeah, bro. I'm not much of a character myself. No, I'm a streamer. And a YouTuber. My soul has long been taken. That is what makes me a silly, goofy guy. I'm entertainment. In a perfect timeline, Avalon and Obsidian made KOTOR 3. If only. If only. For now, SWTOR is KOTOR 3. Jedi Knight is basically KOTOR 3. Everything else isn't real. Didn't happen. Memes aside, SWTOR, Imperial Agent, Sith Warrior class stories are almost KOTOR level. Yo, Achuta. Hello, Mijanchi. Welcome to the chat room. I'm getting beat with sticks, as you can see. It's very fun. Hollow Nord decided to 1v1 a Rancor, Kalo Gord. But he actually won. He has a Rancor head in his room on Terrace. He beat the Rancor. I enjoyed Bounty Hunter. It was one of the campaigns I finished. The Mandalorian show without Baby Yoda. If only we had that, bro. If only. Baby Yoda and his consequences on society. You know, when I first watched the show, I thought the Baby Yoda thing was gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be like a couple episodes. It shows that that our bounty hunter here has got a heart of gold, and he's not in it just for the bloodlust. But no, that was the entire show. I still liked the show. I still thought it was good because Baby Yoda kind of just existed in the background a lot of the time. It was only when season 2 and 3 came around that they decided this is what the show is about in its entirety, and we're going to put so much screen time onto this non-verbal character. It is going to make everyone sick. Like, haha, funny moments of levity and all that, but like, too much is too much sometimes. Unfortunately, the miners are dead, and there's not much we can do about that. Smuggler kinda mid. I never really got through Smuggler. Is there like any reason to play any more of Smuggler beyond Act 1? Because like, yeah, Act 1 has a pretty interesting thing. Your ship gets stolen, you want that ship back. And then you gotta get revenge on the guy. But then what happens after that? What could possibly follow that up? Once you get revenge on that guy. I also find it really funny how Smuggler's party is basically like a funny reflection of A New Hope's Millennium Falcon roster. You've got the Wookiee, the Princess, the Smuggler, the young Force Sensitive who has no idea what he's doing. Granted, the Zabrak Mandalorian is unique for that party, but we're chill. We're chill with that. I feel like Smuggler certainly has the most memorable bunch of misfits compared to all the other classes' companions. There's only a few companions in each party that are memorable, but with Smuggler, it's like, oh, okay. Everyone has like an archetype. I can remember them. Funny Smuggler. If they had written Fallen Order as KOTOR 3, I think the playstyle would have been acceptable. KOTOR as a Souls-like game would be kind of interesting, can't lie. I think it would fit. You know, when The Mandalorian Season 2 ended, I thought the show was going to pivot to another Mandalorian arc, but no, we're dealing with Baby Yoda and his consequences. Technically, we did go to another Mandalorian arc, but they just couldn't get rid of Baby Yoda. They just couldn't let him be a Jedi. He was too expensive to let lie, I guess. Disney saw merchandising. Yep, that's about it. Anyone remember the Jedi Consular story involved talking to Bastila? Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. I thought that was like the coolest moment of Jedi Consular, and then I didn't remember anything else about Jedi Consular. Well, apart from maybe that one Jedi Master getting corrupted by the Emperor and you had to fight him at the very end. He had a one-shot kill move, which was a little annoying. But yeah, apart from talking to Bastila on the Holocron, Jedi Consular is not memorable. Hell, I don't even think Jedi Knight is memorable. I don't remember a damn thing from Jedi Knight. Didn't realize Yogurt took over Disney's marketing department.
You must display the Yoda child.
Mando Season 1 was cool. Pure Western with Assassin Droid 360, no skipping 50 people. Yoda Labubu fan service. What a sentence, I like it. Can't forget Dave Filoni made Tatooine Star Map Quest into a Mandalorian episode. Kind of, yeah. Crate Dragon and all that. I'm glad that there was a Crate Dragon, canonically. And I remember when I saw the episode with the bug planet, the icy bug planet, and the frog lady, I thought that the Mandalorian show was going to introduce the Kinrath. I thought that was going to be a really cool moment. We would get not only Crate Dragon, but the Kinrath, but unfortunately that was not what happened. Still though, Crate Dragon, very cool, very radical and epic. Still want your Spaceballs flamethrower? Spaceballs the flamethrower. That would be pretty awesome. Whole Star Wars Western movie would be awesome if done correctly. I think they've missed their shot. It's been too long. They had their chance and didn't work out. Use the Schwartz. Isn't it crazy that Spaceballs 2 is coming out? The fact that the director of Spaceballs 1 has lived long enough to say, you know what, it's time. God willing, I am making Spaceballs 2. They have so much material. So much more material now. I'm sure it'll be great. Maybe Spaceball 2 gives us flamethrowers. Yeah, we gotta see it. We gotta see it. Obviously, they're gonna have the Baby Yoda. They're gonna make fun of Baby Yoda, no doubt. It's impossible for them not to. That's like the first stop on making fun of Star Wars. Apart from the sequels. Which I'm sure will also happen. But now they've got the prequels to make fun of, too. They've got lots of things to make fun of. So much ammunition. Well, I had to watch 4 people die, but I got like 600 XP, so I think it was kind of worth it, guys. The Kinrath were introduced in Bad Batch, really? I did not know that. I kind of fell off of Bad Batch after Season 1. Didn't watch anything else. Sith Inquisitor and Sith Warrior are comedy gold. My schizo kings. Fun part of the Jedi Knight campaign was the cutscene where your guy becomes the Emperor's student for a couple minutes, and then, yeah. The Emperor snaps his finger at you and is like, you're bad now. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna go buy some more strength. Strength, my bobs. Jedi Knight had his master killed and visited Dromund Kaas. That was very sad. All the kids would have loved their own Spaceballs flamethrower. Book of Boba Fett. Oh no. See, the Book of Boba Fett was actually an opportunity for Disney to express their priorities. Not Tamura Morrison, that's for sure. We need more Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian. We're gonna hijack your show completely. This ain't your show anymore, Boba. Boba like Boba tea. Nope. It's the Mando show. Zahn's Thrawn trilogy is still good. I haven't read that yet. I should probably go pick it up. I've got a library near me. I think that'd be cool. You don't get the Bad Batch. Half the episodes are filler and the other half is extremely bland and predictable. RIP. I liked the Bad Batch when I watched it. but I didn't continue watching it, so I guess that says more about what I actually thought. What is the value of a single mortal's life? About 150 XP, yeah, that seems about right. Somehow, Dark Helmet returned. Yeah, if that doesn't happen, it's a missed opportunity. Wait, you weren't playing Darkside from the beginning? Darkside Jedi Knight doesn't really feel right, you know? You are the Jedi Knight. And, like, to play Darkside on the light side path, you can make some niche Darkside decisions, which are kind of interesting, but, like, you're the Jedi Knight. You're not who you're supposed to be. You don't get to choose what kind of person your character is, not really, because you're the Jedi Knight. That's why I think there should be one single campaign that encompasses all the classes, and you get to choose what you were in backgrounds and stuff like a normal RPG, but it's an MMO, so, you know. Can't get that. Only a master of evil doth. Book of Boba Fett. Boba Feet? That show was Boba Feet. Kenobi, I liked young Leia and Obi-Wan's banter. I thought it was interesting to see the mission where Obi-Wan was introduced to Leia, since they knew each other before A New Hope. But for Obi-Wan to fight and confront Darth Vader is complete horse water, dude. That should not have happened. Much less he should not have won and left him alive. Lightside Sith is pretty hilarious, to be honest. Like, hey, you're that guy who killed a bunch of people. It's your time to die, monster. But I was in the middle of praying to the light side. Wait, what? Boba Fett is so strong you gotta bag him with one eye closed. What does that even mean? Oh no, we're in a fight now. This is so sad. These pig boys have delivered me experience. Oh no, 3 damage. 3 whole doubloons. I wonder how they got the sound effects for the Gamorreans. Did they just go into a pig pen and start tickling pigs? Until they made a funny sound. Until they crashed out. The world of sound design is an interesting place. Gotta wonder how they do a lot of these things that they do. Is that a Fetty Wap reference in my Star Wars stream? Interests colliding. I don't really listen to a lot of music, so pardon me for being an uncultured swine. When we play KOTOR, the Gamorreans manage to catch us in a trap every time. How do they manage that? Because we're dumb, and we have 0 intelligence, and we click on the loot pile because we want to loot. That is how they got some of the original Chewbacca lines. They got a mic and recorded a baby bear. That's adorable. That is adorable and awesome. I thought they were just reusing A New Hope sound effects, to be honest. Because they sounded pretty familiar. Did you see that? That sand person just wiped out his own guy. Master baiting, if you will. They're very good at baiting us, yes. There's no other connotation to put there. No other double meaning or entendre. All is as it is. Remember watching behind the scenes documentary about the development of Republic Commando, and they made a Geonosian walking sound by banging coconuts on a wooden surface. That does sound really cool. Who comes up with this stuff, man? Like, you gotta be like, you're a designer and you're thinking, alright, I've got this sound to make for this game I'm working on. You know it would make a lot of sense? You know it'd be really, really good? How about I bang some coconuts on this table I have? That's real creativity right there. The people that come up with that. And no doubt a really fun job. Why'd my speed run out so quickly? That's really annoying. That was not even 30 seconds. If Deadeye Daniel knew one thing in this massive, confusing galaxy, it was that if it's left on the ground and no one else wanted it, he could take it. Exactly. Finders keepers, dude. We are all master baiters, right? I don't know, that depends. How many people have you baited? Have you even, like, made a trap on Tatooine with your buddies? Can you even say that you have masterfully baited somebody? You thought it was red cabbage? A master debater must be a cunning linguist. You're right. You're so right. It's quite a resume to have, a masturbator and a cunning linguist at the same time. That's a lot of talent right there. Also, side note, my buffs are running out really, really quickly right now. It's quite annoying. Most of the time, the sound of breaking bones in horror films is twisting celery. That sounds about right, actually. I saw the player coming in hid. They weren't hiding under the rebel all this time. You are baiting, but we do not grant you the rank of master. Fuck. I've been demoted. A novice baiter. To bait or not to bait. Baitless. Jedi Guardian combat. It's like Demo Night in TF2. In its prime. And got him. And got him almost. We did it, everybody. I suppose that's one way to prove your oral skills. Yeah, your oration, your silver tongue, as it were. It's very important work, you know. Everyone's gotta learn. Can I beat KOTOR with only force jump? How would I do the early game? I can't pacifist. That much we have learned. Something something tum twister, something something chuck. Yeah, we all know what we're cooking here. We all know how dumb we're being. How silly and goofy we are. No reason you can't be both? Yeah, exactly. Gotta learn both. Both. Both is good. Oh yeah, you know, Game Awards are gonna be happening in a month. Who are you guys voting for in all the categories? I haven't really played most of the games on the list. I have played Destiny Rising, so I will be voting for Destiny Rising. Everyone point and laugh. Go ahead. And also Dispatch. I will be voting for Dispatch. Because Dispatch is awesome. But yeah, all the other categories, I haven't played Claire Obscure. I have not played the new Hideo Kojima game. I am behind on this year's releases. Heavy gets this stream's You Tried award. Damn. Cooking like Anakin on Mustafar. Gamestein list? Who's Gamestein? Oh, like just the Game Awards? No way, bro. There are games newer than KOTOR 2. Yeah, believe it or not, I was surprised when I first heard about it as well, but occasionally another game releases once in a blue moon. They even do the whole RPG thing and try and be like KOTOR 2 sometimes. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But you know, they're just not KOTOR 2. You can't give them too much hate for that. It's hard not to be as good as KOTOR 2. Yeah, I'm voting for Dispatch. Everyone loves Dispatch. I don't think it's in the running for this year's Game of the Year. I don't think it can be because it released far too early, or yeah, far too late into this year. But maybe next year, who knows? It could be up on the list. It would probably be really forgotten by then, which is unfortunate. Recency bias and all that. But, you never know. You never know, right? What did I just sell? On accident. What did I just do? Did I sell a scope? I don't think I needed it. Whatever it was, I don't think I needed it. I think we're good. Speaking of which, when you play KOTOR 2 for challenges, do you use the restored content mod? I don't use the restored content mod for KOTOR 1 or 2. Just for the sake of playing the game that was released. I only use mods when I need them for a challenge, and I haven't needed restored content for anything just yet. But you never know. Could happen. Also, let me go sell my gaffy sticks, I forgot. Why sell? Sell to Suvam? You're right, I probably should have, but like, it was right there. And I have $50,000, so you know. I'm not in need. Wrong person.
Greetings again.
Hello, Karen. Thank you for the money for the sticks. You can use Jedi from the start mod for a 4. You're right, I could. That could work, yeah. Jedi from the start mod. Oh man. Now that it's possible, that would be such a... Oh my god, that run. It would either be super duper easy or like super duper long and painful. Like, the Jedi jump is good. I've been using it a lot, and you can manipulate enemies pretty well. As long as you have like force speed and you can move faster than your enemies, you can fight them. Though at the same time, in a closed space like on Terrace, lots of rough places you can't really go in. Can't make room. Might be a little more challenging. So it's an idea. I can put it on the list. Put it on that list there. Random democracy vote for the stream. What is the correct capitalization of the acronym? It's just KOTOR, all capital. But I'll put it up. Why not? We love democracy. It's KOTOR, even though Knights of the Old Republic, of and the are not important words. Really, if it was trying to be proper, if the title was trying to be a proper acronym, it would probably be COR. It would just be core. Since of and the are not important enough to be in acronyms typically. But we'll start the poll anyway. We'll see what you guys think. It's an interesting thought. I want a challenge where you can beat the HK factory with just a blaster rifle or level 1. That would be painful. I can buy Bastille. Nice thing. No, we're calling her Bastille now. I like that. In KOTOR, you could spawn the force jump robes in. Oh, there is no force jump in KOTOR 2? I didn't know that. $4,000 doubloons. Although HK 47. My cursor is gone. My cursor is gone because I pressed a button in the video game. Oh no, dude. Oh no, Mr. Krabs. Also, my game crashed! Oh wait, that was an Alt-Tab. I must have just pressed Alt-Tab like an idiot. Oh, okay, my cursor's just invisible. We're fine. We're good. That's an interesting bug. We're all good, fellas. Also, it looks like KOTOR all caps is the winner. Which makes sense. Alright, get me out of here. Remember when the Game Journal was looking for the longest video game title and the winner was Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle-earth 2, Rise of the Witch Queen? I really just said Witch Queen like a Destiny 2 nerd, holy shit. Witch King, great game by the way. That is a really long title. How'd they fit that on the box? Also, hello Cake, welcome. A sound engineer made a wind-up machine that makes all the off-putting sounds in movies called the Nightmare Machine. Crazy little box. Spooky. Malik has force jump? Yes, he does. How much of a hair trigger does he have for that? What do you mean, a hair trigger? Oh, like his range. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't really use it that consistently. At least not on me. I'm too speedy when I'm playing, you know? Anyway, there's mines down this way, so I don't want to get destroyed. Yeah, 20 levels of Jedi Guardian will kick almost anything's butt in the game. It'd probably be a pretty easy run. It would just be funny because, you know, I'm doing the Jedi Guardian jump. The Jardian jump. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. It is a pretty long title. Thanks, HK. Taking one for the team. KOTOR BFME 2 ROTWK. It's pretty funny. Everyone again, yeah. I love Knights. Bastille, her secret wrestler's identity. That's her French self. That's her Claire Obscure self. Witch Queen, no woman can kill me. I am no woman. Evil Witch Queen, evil Witch King. Dang, no loot on the skeleton, guys. BFME games are still alive with many mods and multiplayer. Wow. Wow. Hello guys, welcome Arinya to the chat room. 10 meters are how long force jumps are supposed to be. Them's aren't feet, I don't know what that means. That's about 5 me's stacked on top of each other, horizontally. Daniel displays proper marathon running techniques when running in those simple sand people robes. It's an instinct he has. It seemed the right way. Isan al-Gaib. Look at him go. He's booking it. Guys, look at the funny animals from the Book of Boba Fett. You know, like a bantha. Won't even look at me. He hates me. Seems uncomfortable to run this way. Well, he does have like a long skirt. He's got some very long pants that are really bagging, you know. He's scared he's gonna snag the bottom of his pants under his shoe and trip and fall. Be quite sad if that happened. Sand people, XP people. I hate them. They're like animals and experience points. I slaughter them from experience points.
One moment. I believe I am.
Did you know you can finish both the light and dark side quests here? Yeah, you can be chill with the sand people and then open a box and just kill them anyway.
Translate.
Time to get some evaporators. Also, this is what Deadeye Daniel looks like with no armor on. He's got basic clothes. Your first Star Wars movie was Book of Boba Fett. Part of the original trilogy with what are you talking? Useless Knight, what is this blasphemy you're speaking? Do I even vape? No, I just cough. I got sick during the end of October, and then I had a really bad cough. I was also getting fevers, but those went away. For some reason, though, my throat is still a little messed up. It's kind of weird. There was like strep when I was sick, but now there's nothing in there. It's just I cough sometimes. Probably just need more water, which is rather understandable. Thanks for the evaporators, dude. You think sand people are good looking under the robes? No. They're probably very dry and small and frail and bony, considering they live in the desert all day. Also, they probably smell like the Fremen. They probably smell really, really bad. We watched a video today of someone saying 60 minutes or 1 hour for those of you who use metric. What? That's not... What in the American tarnation is that? I'm pretty sure time doesn't really have a metric system. There's military time. But like... That's not the same thing. They're humanoid, but I wouldn't say they're attractive. Yeah, I wouldn't assume so. That's how girls described you back in high school. Damn. Me too, bro. They're jerky-like, shriveled. Yeah, that would make sense. They're not wearing still suits. They're kind of just in rags. Boba Fett is more fun to say. It is kind of fun to say. You do have a vague recollection of a Sand Person Jedi? Yes, that was in the Obi-Wan book. Back in the day, there was a Obi-Wan book. It talked about some adventures and stuff he was on. Some side stories, and a Sand Person Jedi was one of those stories. He had to fight and kill that poor kid, who he knew as a Padawan. It was very sad. We should be able to romance the Sand People. Alright, I'll admit, a Sand Person companion would be kind of awesome. SWTOR should have done that, but instead we really needed those, like, snow hoth creature things with the tubes for mouths. Yeah, that was really important. They gave us a Jawa, for Pete's sake. But no Sand People. It's outrageous, it's unfair. There was a Hutt Jedi once? Yes, we've had many discussions about the Hutt Jedi in this chat. That was a human who was raised by Tuskens? Really? I thought they were a Tusken straight up. Alright, time to go watch a dragon blow up and then fight Darth Bandon. Fun quest, guys. Asharad Het. If you have to lay pipe with them in order to establish peace with them... I love my chat room. You guys should never change. Aren't the Talls in the Clone Wars TV show as well? I don't know. I don't think so. Deadeye Daniel didn't commit xenocide? No, dude, I need the light side points. Speaking of light side points, I'm almost there. Almost at mastery. Almost. The fact that Hutts are, or were, quite athletic and muscular is insane. I don't want to think about it. I really don't want to think about it. The ultimate question, though, is Deadeye Daniel listen to the whole history of the Sand People? No. He would, his brain would probably explode and he would have a stroke if he had to listen to all that. Also, I went to the wrong door. Oopsie poopsie. Well, we need to change occasionally, else we'd smell like Tuskens. Yeah, when there's not enough water to bathe yourselves... I would imagine the Tuskens would smell a little stinky. You like how Tatooine slowly transforms me into Anakin? I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating. It gets everywhere. Not like Terrace. I love Terrace. It's my favorite. Ever. Hello, Jess. Yes, Darth Bandon will be coming soon. What if you could romance the crate dragon? Bro. We're just saying things. We're just saying things now.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad.
What happens in the desert stays in the desert. The smell doesn't leave. That's for sure. Kahlo is a power bottom for sure. No. No, I don't think Kahlo would allow himself to bottom in any circumstance. Oh yeah, I forgot the sand people arrive here as well. Let me go get rid of my slime HK so that he doesn't interfere with the fight. Ebonhawk doesn't have a shower or a toilet, exactly. What happens in the desert you bring back to the ship, everyone will know. Who's stronger, Deadeye Daniel or Duncan? I think Daniel's proved himself, you know, becoming force sensitive and all that, learning the Jedi ways. He's very powerful. The Deadeyes do have notoriously short attention spans. They're both the Deadeyes are scrolling on TikTok for hours at a time. It's really big problem. What if I could romance Gelrude? Nah, bro, I'm killing that guy. First chance I get. Hate that Gelrude fella. You ever think voicing Anakin for channels like Pente Patrol or Darth Theorist? I mean, if they're coming in my chat and they're asking me to do some voice work, I'm doing it. But as far as I know, they don't have any applications put out. So like, not yet, dude. If you could hook me up with a deal though, Gorilla Club forever, your entire life. As a member of the queer community, we do not claim Kalo Nord in any way or shape. Damn. Also, Mick, take that vile shit back, bruh. I would love for a cool writer to make a short story about George Lucas sitting in a room thinking about the reason why Vader never went looking for Luke on Tatooine and coming up with the sand line. What if you could romance Attack? Well, me as an ape, it would make sense. Everyone else, though, what's going on there, bro? Grug Deadeye would too, but he doesn't know about TikTok since he doesn't rhyme with Grug. You're right. Grug does not rhyme with TikTok. Things that you won't find in your local library. Canderous x Kalo Dojin. That's gotta be on AO3, right? Somebody has to have done it. Alright, Gizka as a pet. I would absolutely have a Gizka as a pet. That would be great. I want one. They're very cute. Vader's Bane is sand. Worse as a robot. As a clanker. Literally gets everywhere. Terrace is discount Coruscant. You're right, but I like Terrace as a planet in the video game. Can we ship Suvam Tam? Man, we're just getting everyone on the list tonight. I guess Suvam, I guess, you know. I don't know how I'd get past the head. And the fly-like head. But if that's cool for you, you know, McClunky, more McClunky to ya. Lots of Karth x Canderous, that makes sense. Because I can see how people would want that. Karth is the power book. I don't... Alright, I'm gonna play the game now. Thank you, chat. Suvam Tam x Zalbar, what? I want a Gizka too, bro. They're adorable, they're just little guys. In SWTOR you can have Gizka. There's so many Gizka, there are like recolored Gizka. You know, they need a gigantic Gizka mount. We've got the Rancors. We've got the Nexu. And the baby Nexu as pets. Can we get a gigantic war Gizka with like Mandalorian armor? That'd be pretty sick, I think. Let's make it happen. Or better yet, Hypercube. Mission isn't an adult. Knock that shit off. Not a good joke. Not funny. Chat is acting a little wild today. Maybe we should just tone it down a little bit here. Let's please do that. Have I ever played Jedi Academy? Yes, I have played Jedi Academy. I played with a mod that made lightsabers instantly dismember and one-shot people. It was a fun experience. It was very silly. I had a friend that I showed Jedi Academy to, like at my house. I let him lend my computer to play it. And then he became addicted to it. He was so into Jedi Academy. Listen, as long as if that wasn't what hypercube meant, fine, but still, just watch yourselves. Let's not get too crazy in my chat, all right? Is Deadeye Daniel a fan of the sequels? No, I don't think anyone is. But then again, if anyone would be, it would probably be Deadeye Daniel. So you know, he probably would be, if anyone. So anyways, you ship Jolie and Sunry's widow? That's... Bro. I'll admit, Sunry's widow deserves better. A lot better than Sunry. But like, damn. Lieutenant Gren and Admiral Dodana. Crate Dragon, ex-giant Faraxan shark. Can a desert animal and a sea creature fella really fall in love? Primetime chase shots? No fucking way, bro. The 4-speed prime chase. They're not voiced by the same person, are they? Who is Jolie's voice actor? I'm looking it up. There's no way they're the same person. Kevin Michael Richardson. Yeah, that is not the same person who voiced Chase. Though in the remake, I could see Chase's VA doing that. That would be really cool. Rook X lightsaber. That's a good one. See, we got one. That's a good one, fellas. More of that. All my homies hate Rook, bruh. I always have Jedi Outcast installed on your PC. Sometimes when I'm sad, I'd launch level where you defend the academy, make a custom command that slows down time, go to town. Karth X Sol Kareth. Nah, bruh. They don't really sound that alike. I think Jolie sounds very distinct. Jolie has a much deeper voice. Sounds much older than Chase as well. Which is funny, given that Chase would certainly be physically older. Anyway, hi Bandon. How we doing, buddy? So this cave is a good long space for us to do some silliness. Lots of space to do the Jardian jump. And cast our Force immunity as well. Oh wow, these Dark Jedi have no HP. Huh. I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. Alright, those guys. Now, Bandon. We'll pop a shield. Get some, oh, well, we'll get some alacrity going in a minute. Mace might have fumbled the entire prequel ball, but he is Sam L. Jackson. Sam L. Jackson and the purple lightsaber. Pretty freaking awesome. Can't deny. Pop the alacrity, pop the stam, pop the battle stim. Yeah, it's gamer time. Nope. No force power for you, dum-dum. Guys, that's a big milestone. 1v1ing Bandon. We're going to the Leviathan with this one. That's pretty darn good. That is pretty darn good for a 0 stat character. We'll have some alacrity going in, I say, before lighting up the pipe. ETA on the droid video. I'm nearly wrapped up with its script, finally. I'm going to be getting another page done tonight at the very least. And then once that's done, I'll get the voice work done in a day. Edit, and we'll be on video production. It'll be good. Very good. What was that low roll, bruh? I was so doped up that my entire body was just on drugs. It's true, I did cheat a little, but winners always take drugs. Don't quote me on that. I legally cannot be quoted on that. Yes, even Bandon was not strong enough to overcome the power of performance-enhancing substances. Bandon tracked you to the star map cave, so all interrogation on the Leviathan is for fun only. To be honest, yeah, they kinda knew what was happening. But then again, Bandon is supposed to be fought on Kashyyyk. Then again, I guess that does mean that Bandon was chill with the Wookiees. He was able to get a cart down. Real droids are the friends we made along the way. It's true. If you could put one swear in Star Wars, where would I put it? That's a good question. There's so many good opportunities. Cheaters never win was a psyop to make sure we never caught up with the cheaters. It's kinda true. It is kinda true. Alright, do I have anything else to do here? Mandalorian Weapons Cache. Nope. Lashao. Hidden Hunters. Well, I guess I could go fight the Mandalorians on Kashyyyk if I... Well, no, I can't. I'm gonna go to the Leviathan, actually. Yeah, we're gonna go to the Leviathan. Saul is a bit of a sadist. 3CFD. The Clone Wars movie before the series came out was rated PG-13, solely because Captain Rex says there's not a damn thing we could do about it. There was no reason for him to curse, but it was just there. I mean, I'm okay with Captain Rex cursing. Captain Rex is chill. He's a real one, you know? Oh no, we're being taken.
What happened? What's going on?
Sit the fuck down. Take a fucking seat, young Skywalker.
We're caught in their tractor beam.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Kara's vessel.
The best place for a swear in Star Wars would be the glub shitto in the diners. Just a random glub shitto.
Admiral Kara's topping
Belts out a slur.
I'm too
The Admiral will be watching the through.
Hey, Bastila, could you use that super powerful force power that you never ever use? No. Great. Thanks. Appreciate it. Anyway, it looks like we're gonna have mission stealth our way through the thingamabob again. As long as mission does not kill anyone, the run is chill. Not that we really care about the killing people with companions, but it's for the sake of
I recognize
clout.
you, Saul. I see your face every night, even as I promised myself I would kill you.
It's too fucking big to be a space station. Rex sure was a... Wow, bro. Not as loyal as he could have been, seeing as, you know, he got his chip removed. I think he's pretty chill, actually. Alright, guys, bad news. Deadeye Daniel can get tortured, unlike Roger. Roger kind of just stood outside and did not. Go away, Saul. It'd be hilarious if Phantom Menace, when Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon were talking, and Ewan McGregor just randomly said, fuck. It would be pretty funny.
Come on, girlie. Into the...
I think Qui-Gon would not be happy with
Who designed those suits?
Obi-Wan if he randomly just belted one out. This is Saul's way of flirting with us. I don't think so. He would have said, "You're about to get shocked now, Baka."
I could use
That would have really tipped us off. Also, hello, Tal. Welcome to the chat.
people will stop.
I see your face every night. Karth really did just say that. Out of context, that is hilarious. Out of context and skipping the dialogue. That is very goofy and silly. Alright, we wait for this guard to go past. Turn his ass around. Yep, keep walking. Keep walking. Get out of... Actually, no, it's fine.
Gotcha. Simple.
Alright. Nope, wrong one. There it is. Don't need a weapon. We need stealth, though. There we go.
No one's gonna see this mission.
Hell yeah. Hey man, how you doing? Missed the last few streams, and thanks to whoever gifted you a sub. Doing pretty good, Louis D. The run is shaping up really nicely now. We're making a whole lot of progress. Deadeye Daniel has become quite strong, actually. Very passable for a zero stat character.
Gotcha. Simple.
Fuck's sakes, Master Qui-Gon. These guys are for the Wood Tripper, yeah. Kinda messed up. Are you a fucking angel? That would be much funnier. No, wait. Anakin should have said, "Now this is fucking pod racing." That would have made the entire prequels worth it. No one would have questioned George Lucas ever again. Forever and ever. He would have been the bestest. Obi-Wan Swearnobi. His metachlorian count is off the charts. Fuck. Hello? I have the icebreaker. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thanks. Got a little XP though. That's nice. I'm running. I'm running. Can I stealth now? Yes. There. Deadeye Daniel is above Jedi Knight tier. Yeah, he's pretty darn good. He's about to fight Malik too and win. I'll try spitting. That's a good trick. Fuck. Glad to hear it's going well. Loving the series. Hell yeah, dude. Mace Windu going out the window. Yodi when he senses all the Jedi dying. Fuck. I feel like R2-D2 probably swears a lot. We just can't understand it. Absolutely. He absolutely does.
Good job, mission. I know you wouldn't let us down. When we get...
But
Deadeye Daniel is Malak tier, but not Revan tier. That's kind of wild to say, to be honest. He's Widowy Wevan, dude. Widowy. R2-D2 isn't actually beeping, he's being censored by Disney. Best headcanon, actually. T3 and R2 basically always curse. It's tough being a droid, man. It's tough living in a clanker's paradise. Lightsaber, strength enhancer, yup. You two stay, well, no, you can't even. I need you both to follow me. So we can get to the next zone. Free loot. The Dark Water the Sith. He's literally the Dark Water the Sith. He's very strong. The strongest, actually. So freaking strong. Clankers with attitude, bruh. No way. Bet Brejik didn't expect his armband to be fighting Malak. It's actually been very helpful this run. The armband has resisted a lot of bludgeoning damage for me. And has been very relevant in the early game. Not very relevant anymore, granted, but like... It's a free slot. I got two arms. It's chill. "19-year-old Bastil at Undies, Car 30-plus-year-old war vet, Death's Doorstep, Deadeye." It's a range of people that our admiral likes, I guess. I got two arms. Sorry, Kreia. That's a skill issue on Kreia's part, to BH. Deadeye Daniel would make Avner proud with all of his looting. Loot is very good and nice. Can't ever give up on the loot. Cray Rhodians. Avner would wipe the floor with Daniel, indubitably. Indubitably. Now these Sith troopers in the companion-only section are actually like really weak. They're probably the only enemies that are scaled to our hero. Which I find funny. By the way, guys, if we somehow make it to Lahan tonight, make sure to remind me to buy lots of computer spikes, because I can't get Revan's armor if I don't. And I really need that for the build. I don't think we're gonna get there tonight, but you never know. So Kreia is a Skywalker. Why would it be here if it's not meant for me? Yeah, also yes, Kreia is almost certainly a Skywalker. Though that implies that she got down with somebody, and I don't know. In case you missed it, so what do you say to some meatbag you hate, or any droid who sends trouble your way? Want to resolve things in a sparkier way than just study a tape of CWA? Forgot about DR3. This is a reference I don't understand, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Krea's full name is Krea Kenobi? No way. No way, dude. She was probably good looking once. That's what I'm saying, bro. I want to see young Krea. It's a song reference. I figured. I just, don't know the song. Unfortunately. Anyway, yeah. I bet Krea was bad as hell. Kind of like Dr. Halsey from Halo. We know for sure she was bad because that's literally Cortana. Even though she's a war criminal. Krea was hatched from an egg looking like that. Atten did ask. Atten did ask that. Krea has the goth worldview. That's kind of crazy. The goth worldview. It's a worldview that the goth invented. She was pulling mad back in her younger days. I don't know, if that were true, she wouldn't be as miserable about the Force, I think. I think anyone who is in a nice relationship is less miserable, just in general. Much less about the greatest nihilism ever and saying, I want to kill the Force. That's like saying, I want to kill the universe. Like, Owlman. Who would win in a fight with Avner, Grug, and Daniel? I think it'd be Avner. Though I think Grug would come really close. Chat is truly cooked tonight between earlier and Curly. Between that and Euthura, my streamer has a type. No, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Come on, come on. I don't have a... what are you talking about? You silly fella. Jedi didn't have relationships. You're not allowed. Not allowed. What do we not? And she was a Jedi. Like student, like master, Revan certainly had inspiration for his arc. Certainly quite inspired. Is she wrong about the Force? She has a very meta perspective of the Force from someone who is a character in Star Wars. Though I think most of the issues with the Force stem from the Jedi and the Sith more. Who knows? The Jedi and the Sith could have been very different if they hadn't, you know, if they weren't like they are. The Jedi and the Sith actually used to work together. They were just one group millions and more billions of years ago. But then they split off when more people started exploring the dark side more. And those dark side Jedi colonized Korriban and adopted the culture of the Sith. And then that became the Sith Order. It's pretty funny. The dark side is all about being colonized by humans. And then culture vulturing so much that you create an entire religion based off of your own Force powers. Dark Drac Krea has dummy mommy, not Dami. Euthura or young Krea? Euthura. I would say Euthura. Krea X the Force, that'd be so abusive. Oh my god, would we want to destroy you? No, Krea, don't do that. They would have been different if they were different. Yes, I'm very smart. I'm channeling the Deadeye Daniel intelligence stat tonight. Asthma would kill you if you took a cold shower. Oh no. How to not be emotionally compatible with anybody is a required reading book during Padawanship. How to be completely and utterly stoic in nature. What's my favorite Easter egg? The ones that have candy in them. Though I'll admit, there's a lot of Easter eggs with the Sol Kareth. Like, that interrogation is just full of Easter eggs and references. Oh my god, what the hell? They all hit their grenades perfectly. At that exact spot. And my lightsaber is literally flickering right now. That's freaking terrifying. They all threw their grenades perfectly at the exact moment that I was leaving to do another jump. Again! Again! Alright, I'm being really loud. That is so terrifying. Me ex cold shower. I don't like cold showers. I would never. Who even likes cold showers, bro? Jedi could have action as long as they didn't form connections. Yeah, but like, that never works. That never works. The Jedi in SWTOR just did whatever they want. They even got married and had kids just for the hell of it, because like, they were at war and they needed to replenish their numbers. They were completely hypocritical. Totally, utterly hypocritical. Love the little triangle droids. They are very silly little guys. There are plenty of people who want to be in relationships with people that'll destroy them. Kinda. Does this mean the Jedi cannot legally have Force bonds? Mundi also has 5 wives. Mundi is a complete and utter hypocrite. Also, Dooku being able to continue being a noble, also kind of hypocritical. Kind of makes sense that he didn't work out. It always gets messy when the Jedi are allowed to keep their past. Not that I'm recommending that Jedi keep erasing people's past, or anything like that. Maybe if it were like something that everyone had, it wouldn't be as hard to manage. Because then you could develop protocol instead of just avoiding the problem. Surely if I ignore the problem, it'll never be a problem. And then it's a problem. You have to make exceptions. And then the exception proving the rule is your only excuse when things go wrong. And then you keep making exceptions. In the SWTOR verse, you have to be a Sith because all the baddies are on the Sith side. Well, the light side's got some baddies. I like Kira Carson. She's pretty awesome. Even if the relationship with Jedi Knight isn't the most fleshed out. I like Kira Carson. Do married Jedi get a tax break? Yeah. I don't think the Jedi pay taxes, to be honest. They live in a monastery, sequestered from the rest of the galaxy. I think they get a pass. Always found this grenade spam floor interesting. Never anywhere else in the game were so many grenades enemies used. Yeah, these Sith bases typically have a lot of grenadiers. It's very annoying. If there's a Sith base, there's almost certainly a grenadier or two. Who would win, Darth Malik or Rick the Door Technician? Kira doesn't count, she's voiced by Serana. That does not disqualify her, that is a credit. That is a credit to her. I liked the consular's romance option. She was adorable. Even though in a couple ways it's probably a little messed up. Seeing as she's from a world that is completely separate from the galaxy at large, and like... You could be seen as, you know, an envoy taking advantage of their position to canoodle with the naive alien. But I thought the romance was nice. I don't remember much about it, but I remember her being nice. I don't know who you can romance as Smuggler. I would assume the princess, and I know the Zabrak Mandalorian you can also romance. I bet those are pretty good, actually. Not that I would know. And I don't really know a damn thing about Trooper. Nothing. All I know is that the KOTOR companion is very popular. And he's pretty awesome, I like him. He was in Eternal Throne as well. But like, I don't really know any of the companions for Droid, dude. Put gun to my head. If you told me to name all the Trooper companions, I would be dead. I would be dead. Also... Yeah, I don't think there are any other love interests on the light side. You've got Lana Beniko. She's dark side. I don't think anyone else. No one else. As far as I know. I mean, did you know that David Hayter, frickin' Solid Snake, voices Jedi Knight? I think we can allow the VAs to be a contributing factor to our enjoyment of certain media. Nadia, yes, Nadia. Does FemShep do FemTrooper? Man. They got her to revoice Bastila and also be like, hey, you wanna be one of the campaign characters as well? That'd be really sick. That grenade killed that droid, but it's still floating. It made the droid death sound. That's an interesting interaction. Uh-oh. They're gonna have grenades. You know what? If these guys are gonna have grenades, then so am I. How about that? Jennifer Hale. Why do I keep forgetting her voice? Why do I keep forgetting her name? Jennifer Hale. Jennifer Hale. Anyway, very cool that she got to voice Bastila for like 2 seconds. And then got FemTrooper as well. Very fitting. Very awesome. Very radical. Anyway, eat plasma grenade, nerd. Yeah, mine hit, idiot. Stop throwing them. It's not gonna work. Voice actor. What can I say? I'm a very silly guy. I say silly things. Thermal debt, I gotta keep that. Sonic grenade. Well, this is annoying. Grenadiers, man. Grenadiers. Nope, they're still throwing. They're just clearing their inventory. Bastila. Sean! I forget she was also Satele. Is it Satele or Satele? I don't know. She had a British accent for Bastila, and then an American accent for Satele. The Canadian voice actress doing a British voice and then an American voice and then an American voice again. It's very confusing, actually. She has more range than you'd think. That or I'm stupid. Yeah, Grenadier. Isn't that how you pronounce it? You know what? I'm looking it up. And I'm turning up the volume on the pronunciation. Here we go.
Grenadier.
See? Grenadier. I got the middle syllable wrong, but grenadier. So what do people rank Vet? I don't think I actually romanced Vet. I don't think the relationship made sense with with Sith Warrior, to be honest. Like, Vet's awesome, and it's mission. It's mission's VA. But, like, I just didn't think the relationship made any sense whatsoever. Maybe for Light Side Warrior, but Light Side Warrior doesn't have enough banter, you know? And Dark Side Warrior is just a piece of shit. It's like an incel piece of shit. There are so many people who play Sith Warrior and like name their character some variant of incel. It's hilarious. My friend played SWTOR and named his Sith Warrior Incel Gore. Made him a fat Zabrak. It was comedy gold. Who's the other female crew member on the ship with you as Sith Warrior? I forget. Why don't I look it up, right? Darth Pill, the Sith Cell. Sith Warrior Companions, SWTOR. Pardon my cough. Jason Wilson. Yeah, I know a lot of people who go dark side like Jace a lot. It makes sense too, because you are literally like corrupting her and making her super duper evil. Though it's a bit of a weird dynamic, admittedly. You're evil though, so like I guess you're evil. Jennifer Hale also voiced Bayonetta, who has a British accent. Man, she has range. Or I'm stupid, but I think she has range. The girl you mind brain. You played a pragmatic sorcerer and ended up as kinda light side. I like playing pragmatically as a Sith character. It makes more sense than being a murder hobo. And she's obsessed with you. Standard dark side romance. Shame you can't do nothing with light side. Really? You can't romance her on light side as well? I thought you could. Yeah, just because you're evil doesn't mean you have to be stupid evil. Smart evil is much more interesting to play. Stupid evil is like for a goofy playthrough. But yeah, I prefer pragmatic smart evil if I'm gonna play evil at all. Same with Ashara, straight up gaslight the game. A little weird how they don't have you ending up with any like Sith women. It's always a Jedi or someone who was not Sith in the first place. Thank God Lana Beniko exists. Or decided to exist, finally. Yay, took their damn time. She confesses to you in like one of the DLC, but main game light side you are platonic. Okay, that makes sense. DLC, if you can wait that long. Sith Warrior, your master is a hypocrite. Jace starts laughing maniacally. She does kind of just go way too evil. Like right off the bat, she's like, "Man, I would never be evil. I'm a Jedi." And then like 10 minutes later, she's laughing maniacally, cackling, killing people at your order, torturing people. I'm sure that was a very fun voice acting role, no doubt, but like, at the same time, come on. It's a little silly. Vet is the only moral compass you get on light side, which is funny considering she is a Tomb Raider. You love Thrawn, he's not evil, he's just pragmatic, and the Empire was utilitarian. No, the Empire was pretty evil. The Empire was pretty damn evil. Thrawn was just, you know, Thrawn. He would never have Well, I think he could have joined the rebels, but he would have had to be like a senator, and he would have had to be getting like a really sweet deal out of the rebels, like he was gonna run for chancellor and win if they won the war. But like, yeah, he would never have joined the rebels otherwise. Also, good night, Chi. See you around. Have a good night. Thrawn, evil but only by being successful against you. Thrawn is pure rage bait, TBH. Oh yeah, I forgot about your baddie master being your baddie Tell us what you really feel, Knight. Wait a minute, you can romance your master after she's stuck inside of Kem Val's head? Really? And Kem is okay with it? There's no way. There's no way that's real. If so, I need to play Inquisitor right now. I need to finish my Inquisitor run right now. Also, check out that huge crit. That was like 100 damage. I always knew that Kem Val and your master get fused, because I've just seen the YouTube videos of that happening. I never really got to that point in Act 1. I never beat Act 1. Or if I did beat Act 1, or whatever act it happened in, I didn't pay much attention. Which is also something that I did when I was young. Not paying attention. Anyway. I didn't know you could, like, do anything else but, like, make fun of her for getting stuck in Kem Val's body. Because I know you can, like, totally make fun of her. And it's a thing that happens a lot. It's a recurring joke. Any given moment, you're like, hey, how you doing in there, buddy? You just flirt a little bit. What does Kem think of that? I'm sure Kem is, like, so pissed. And I think that's hilarious. He's gotta be so pissed. Man, what do I take here, actually? You know what? I think I'll, plop it in the extra 2 damage for the lightsabers. We like some lightsaber damage. Oh, yeah. Actually gotta get rolling. You gotta get up early for work. See you around, Crow. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Have a good night at work tomorrow. Haven't touched KOTOR or SWTOR? Yeah, me neither, dude. I'll have to, play it eventually. On one of these streams. There's no romance, she's just mommy coded. And says sweet things to you because she wants to eat you later. I like to sustain this dynamic after she gets stuck in Kem. Do they switch personalities every now and then, or does she take complete control of him? Because I like Kem. Kem is silly. And he's like very dark side coded, and that's like... that's good. Like, I'm going to eat this guy now. Oh, there's a choice you can make. Rip. Well, I wouldn't do that to my slime, Kem, you know? Bros before hoes and all that. And then she comes back in the DLCs. If you kick her out. How'd she... Huh. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That's a very Sith thing to do, you know, coming back from what is essentially the dead. Damn it. Very interesting, very interesting. But I would choose Kem, I'm just saying. Penguin, bro. Down bad. Somehow she returned. She literally traps and tries to kill the Inquisitor, bro. Come on, come on. Have a little more self-respect. She'd be my protection against that Emperor guy. I don't think she's enough, bruh. I don't think Vash could, I don't think Vash would be enough of a voice in your head to protect you from Vitiate. Though having 3 voices in your head would be hilarious. Undeniable. Penguin, do you have a thing for women that can control and or ruin your life? Answer the question, Penguin. Nah. Liar! Liar! Sith Inquisitor would be very funny if a baddie master was added to the roster of voices in your head. Already haunted. You're already a haunted house full of ghosts, and then there's one more Sith. You've got your great-great-great-granddad. You've got Vash. You've got Vitiate eventually. Good time. Great time. Also, I gotta say, Inquisitor gets the best drip for free. Like, the mask that you get from your ancestor is dripped the fuck out. You don't even need to buy a cosmetic for your helmet. You can just build around your mask. You're gonna bust in them ghosts. Calm down. Calm down, son. You're doing too much. Hello, Sith Elite Trooper. Alright, I was disarmed. I just took a swing at him. An honest-to-God swing. Just whizzed right by him. There needs to be a mod to have the Harbinger dock here to waste even more time. That would be such a good mod. We need a KOTOR silly mod, like Yakuza 2 has a silly mod. I would play that all day. I'd play that on stream. No doubt. Best playthrough of my life, too. Easy. I am the Sith. I am #1. Congratulations. You have won the ELO machine tonight. The trooper got a baddie romance? I don't even know who she is. I never got that far. KOTOR 2 Nar Shaddaa restored content. Extended even further edition. Let's go. It'd be so awesome. It'd be so cool. Obsidian really does have a trend of making things take too long, don't they? Whether it be with making Ulysses' companion script ridiculously long, so long that it couldn't fit into New Vegas, or with KOTOR 2. Just let Obsidian cook, guys. Come on. Every company that ever outsourced work to them said, alright buddy, don't take too long. Gotta wonder if that was like a culture thing, like in the industry. People were just like, alright, if you're gonna outsource work to Obsidian, just know that they take forever. They're really good at writing. Ugh, how dare. KOTOR, but all the enemies are replaced by tax. That would be an instant play. Absolutely. That'd be so good. Make a challenge run where a mod randomly adds the Harbinger cutscene every 5 minutes. Oh my god. That would be like the 50-hour playthrough. In all fairness, those combat sections on Nar Shaddaa were probably cut for a good reason. Who felt the need to add them back? Yeah, I don't know who decided that, but It was there. We had it. Okay, so by the way, Saul Kareth is going to be a problem. He has a gun that stuns me.
Very resourceful.
I've seen her.
You will.
So we need to slime the guy right now. I will never let you destroy my run! Alright, Saul. But you're getting the mega buff treatment. You're getting mega slimed. You're on the list. You're first to go. He does not have his gun out, so we are in a much better spot than we could have been. Also, wow, that was the one shot we needed. Look at that damage. Huge. Gigantic, actually. Yeah, now the small issue of being force pushed. Bit of an issue. Alright, at the back of the ship we're less vulnerable. We can only fight one Dark Jedi at a time, which is good. Unless they just come up on my side there. Never mind, I thought I was being smarter than I was. Not true, it seems. At least they're throwing grenades at their own guys, that helps. That is a boon to me. God, look at all this healing. Look at all this non-crap healing. It's amazing. Also, what buff ran out? Oh, my speed is out. That's super not good. I kind of just gotta wait. Nothing much I can do about that. Got all the other buffs going though, so that's chill. Nope. Got him. Idiot. Nobody comments on that 6 and 7 that just appeared in the damage feed. Nobody do that. Not a word. I don't know how I'm gonna do this whole bridge section with the honor mode. No out of inventory healing, out of combat inventory healing. It's gonna be such a pain in the butt. This is probably gonna end my run like multiple times, and you guys are gonna be on stream to watch it. You'll be able to say, I was there when Legend Monkey was washed. Got his ass.
The Admiral. He's still alive.
We did it. We're better. Bro, the twin suns can capture you anytime. Atten is a stronger war criminal than you. Double self-report is crazy, by the way. But yeah, the twin suns are kind of bad, though. Can't deny that. in any way, shape, or form. Hey, buddy. Grenadier. Grenadier. Fallout New Vegas is borderline unplayable on release. The version we have now, even unmodded, might as well be a different game functionally. Well, I'm glad it works at this point in time. And I'm glad we have mods now. I have a lot of hours in New Vegas. It's a good game, good game. Am I a zoomer? Yeah, I'm a zoomer. Yeah, I'm a zoomer. I'm not a millennial. I was born in 2001. Almost a millennial, but not quite. I'm canonically 24. Google Meet? That's like saying I'm a boomer, bruh. Who uses Google Meet? You mean tumor? Bro. Also, yes, these service droids do have health bars. And they can be killed. So we did see a zombie droid earlier. Somebody clipped that zombie droid from earlier. That was pretty cool. Rare occurrence. 1 in a million playthrough occurrence. Happened on stream live. Legend Monkey channel. Bastila, you're in the way. Go away. You're a zillennial, personally? What does that mean? 1999? You've been playing New Vegas recently on PC. It takes 5 seconds to go through the loading screen. Back on Xbox at release, it would take upwards of 3 minutes. Yikers. Is there a non-canon version of me? Yeah, there probably is. Everyone probably has non-canon versions of themselves. Because at every choice is a different reality. I'm a zillennial. Legend is old like Kreia. I am not as old as Kreia. I am not in Mega Unk territory. I have not quite reached that level just yet. May I never reach that level. May I stay young forever and ever. Like every Twitch streamer, surely. Every popular content creator. They never ever grow up. KOTOR 2, but I'm the remote droid. That sounds so ass. It's bad enough when you have to play as the remote at the very last level on Malachor. You can soft lock yourself. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Also, wrong room. I need my force immunity first. Okay, now we're good. Let's fight. Nerd. Get crit, idiot. Hello, Dark Jedi Master. You ain't nothing, bruh. These guys ain't nothing. Man, Daniel is just so strong. He's so powerful. He's the best, actually. No, stop doing that. There. Yes, thank you. Wonderful. Twitch streamers may not stay young, but their tastes sure do. Dr. Disrespect, anybody? Sounds exactly like something an Unk would say. Nah, bruh. Nah. Them kicks are putting in work. You're right. You're right. You think Malik and Revan had a thing for each other? No. Malik hated that motherfucker. Always, forever, and always. It was always on sight. Violence. Violence and deep-seated hatred. Don't turn around. I baited you over here. You have to fight me now. That's how this works. See, at least the Sith Troopers will fight me. Get deflected, idiot. That guy made the Karthvith sound. That's interesting. That was Karth's alternate future right there. But that hatred is what made it so good. No. No. Malik is the only guy who hated Keanu. With the way Revan was written in his book, you would assume so, yeah. But even then, I'm sure in the Revan book, it would be like, actually, Malik wanted to fuck Revan. Every day he thought about his dick, because he's so awesome and he's Revan. Everyone Revan knows wants to fuck him. Because that's what Revan is. The self-insert. And therefore everyone wants to fuck him. Dementia Daniel is indeed going strong. Becomes more powerful by the second. Revan, of course he's a fan favorite, but the Revan book is a total glaze fest. Is a total utter wank job for Revan. Time to clip that? No, no. No, you can't do this to me. How much I sacrificed. Also, guys, much more important here, we need to see who's under the mask. Let's see. Malik behind the door listening to this insane rant. Maybe I should edit that. No! No, it's Deadeye Duncan! Our brother was Revan! No! No!
Hide from what you once were, Revan.
I can't believe our twin brother, and totally not us, was actually the big bad all along. This is terrible. Somebody get a screenshot of that. It's the best screenshot ever. Freaking hilarious, bro. Don't care for the Revan novels. KOTOR made Revan into a champ, and that's where I like to think it ends. They made Revan much more interesting and intelligent in KOTOR too. And then the Revan book and SWTOR came along and they said, well, not actually. It was Vitiate. Vitiate's the one we're glazing. And that's what SWTOR became. I'm going to glaze Vitiate. Forever and ever. Also, how did I get force choked? I had immunity on, dude. What the flim flam. Also, get two-shot. Deadeye Uncan? Deadeye Daniel? It's all making sense now. How did we not see this before? SWTOR was KOTOR's Veil Guard. You're not even wrong. You're not wrong. Especially considering the difference in the game. How different the game was between Inquisition and Veilguard. The differences between SWTOR and KOTOR are quite prevalent. I miss RPGs, man. They're not real. Get nerded on, Malik. Big dumb nerd, you idiot.
This isn't over, Malak.
Your friends do not give up easily, Riven.
That's a wild connection.
Malakoff, you two
Vitiate
get out of
is
here.
KOTOR's
Find
Forgotten Ones. I knew it.
He's too strong.
I knew it.
No!
Is this the Jack Tar Underground? Yes, I think so. I think it is. The Jack Tar probably reused assets from this module. Damn. It's locked. Damn. It's locked. That one wasn't. Ugh, Vitiate, try to forget about that thing. Me too. Villains out of nowhere who claim to have arranged everything and are immortal and can destroy planets that are very cool and awesome. This is my OC. This is my OC Dolph Vitiate. I can at least claim that Darth Malgus has an interesting backstory, much better written. You know, it's funny. Darth Malgus was the one who, freed his wife from slavery, and also she happened to be a Twi'lek. It seems that the Sith Warrior's whole vet thing was inspired by Malgus, minus the slavery. Alright, Karth, get me out of the way. Kick his ass in gameplay but lose in cutscene trick. Yes, it's very powerful. It's a powerful technique that villains in these games have learned. Jolie, put some clothes on. He's airing it out right now, dude. He's old. He doesn't care. He just finished clogging the toilet. What the hell? Two dudes left an 18-year-old to die. And yes, Bastila did just fade like a Force ghost. That is a common thing that happens in this game. Like, once that cutscene is over, she'll just fade out of existence. It's very hilarious. Quite goofy and silly, as it were. I don't even need money, man. Why'd I even come here? I'll be back for you, Tam. Once I'm done with Manon, it's you and me, bro. I'm buying that crystal. I really hate when games do that, but still required to win the fight. Yeah, it's interesting. Why even let us win? Force us to win if we're just gonna lose, actually. So a little off-putting. Let's see, the Sigil Crystal is 1 and 1d6. Crate yeah. Yeah, to be honest. Well, we'll put it in. Extra attack is always appreciated. I like hitting things. A lot. Even if it's less damage overall, I do like hitting things and being able to do damage. Guaranteed plus 10 from, you know, power attack is more negotiable than a d6. Anyway, Manon, yippee. Pazak? We could do some Pazak, I guess. Video game villains use the power of ludonarrative dissonance to be annoying. I didn't even know that was a word, but I'll take your word for it. Ludonarrative. Ludonarrative. I know about games with ludonarrative. I will not be giving names because my lawyers have advised me against this. Don't forget to stock up on computer spikes. You're totally right. I will do that. Thank you for reminding me. Gotta go to lunch. See you around, useless knight. Thanks for joining today.
Of course. Oh, if you have a...
Also, Dusty, welcome. We have discussed many funny mod ideas while you were away. You gutless simp. Best line. Best line in the game. Yes, the Darth Deadeye reveal was beautiful. Also, I forgot. I'm gonna go get the Dominator gauntlets right now. I'm gonna go get the awesome 5 strength gauntlets right now. Should you be concerned? Yes, yes you should. We've got a backlog of mod ideas for you, one including making the entire game tax. You know, the monkeys. Can we chop on that one, please? I ain't no gutless simp. Yo, I heard the Riz sound effect? Who subscribed? Bull has subscribed. Let's freaking go, dude. Thank you very much. Oh, you're right, it is Korriban. I clicked on the red planet. Suvam Tam has a hold on me, I'm sorry. I'm a very stupid guy. Yeah, make everyone attack. Give everyone... Make everyone hostile, even non-hostile NPCs. What else? What other mod ideas did we have, guys? I forgot. I was busy gaming. Make everyone attack, yeah, that one. All the hostiles. You plan to learn proper scripting so you can make some really freaky stuff. Excellent. By the way, did you ever get into contact with the people who were making that one mod for KOTOR? They were interested in learning about how you did the droid script. Gizkas, yes. I can make myself a Gizka, and I can probably change everyone in a room to a Gizka very slowly with a save editor. Wouldn't be as effective as an overall mod. Restored content for Nar Shaddaa companion combat sections. Oh, right, yeah. I forgot. We need to have the KOTOR 2's restored content, Nar Shaddaa companion combat section. Make it even longer, and every 5 minutes, make sure the Harbinger can randomly appear. That entire cutscene for, you know, as long as it goes. Make it a random chance. Very, very important. Bro, talk to that guy. They were literally so interested in learning what you could do. You should totally, absolutely discuss things with them. They could probably teach you a lot and learn a lot from you. It's a great opportunity to be a part of a team. Everyone, tell Dusty to do the thing. Right now. Him. I meant they. Tell Dusty to do the thing. Also, I corrected myself. No one can call me out on it. KOTOR 2, but everyone is a Rhodian. I don't know about that one. 3 HK50s behind every door. God. God, that would be so painful. But it'd be so funny. It would be so funny. Alright, we're very close to max light side. So we're almost at normal strength mod, which is huge. With the strength from drugs, we're at normal strength mod. With the light side mastery, we'll be at +2, which is a huge feat. +2 all the way from -5, -4. It'll be game-changing. Especially since our lightsaber no longer does negligible damage. I'll do the thing before we ball tonight because you're making dinner. Good, good. Make sure you apologize profusely for not talking right away as well. And say that they're very poggers and all that. Average strength, let's go. That's literally character creator strength. Like, you can just make that at the start of the game. Replace all dialogue with Gawanaboka. What if it's normal KOTOR, but everyone is drunk? Everyone is like the drunk people from on Terrace, calling us schlummy. That would be kind of funny. Slow down all speech by 50%. That would take a minute. But then again, you can skip through all that dialogue, so like it wouldn't be that bad. Damn. Well, at least they have thermal debts. Computer spikes. How many do I have? Oh yeah, we're good. We're so good. KOTOR, but you voice everyone. That would take a really long time. That would take like thousands of hours. Or at least hundreds of hours. Give me a hit of that Juma juice. Keep it coming. Everyone loves that Juma juice. It's the best. But is it as good as butterbeer? That's the question. I can't believe this guy won't let me in. KOTOR just had to add taxes to their fantasy Star Wars game. BioWare, you bastards. I would love to be voicing an NPC in a KOTOR mod. To be the voice of some random companion or mod or something. That'd be a lot of fun, I think. KOTOR, but every frame there's a 1 in a million chance of Foxy FNAF jump scare. That would be awesome. I have thought about KOTOR, but leveling backwards. I'm gonna write that down right now, because I've thought that was a really good idea. That would have to be coded, though, because keeping track of all that XP would be really boring. And having to go into the save editor constantly to subtract XP. But that would be a really cool run, I think. You'd have to avoid as much combat as possible to maintain your level. Which is cool. Very cool. There, I've got it written down. Huzzah. Grug mod. You can just do Grug base game. Well, not really. I did need a mod for Grug. Alright, see you around, Cube. Have a good night. Constantly seeing enemies that aren't there. Do stats and skills go down too? Yeah, they probably would. Indeed, they would. But it'd probably be really hard to code. So I wouldn't be too pushy about it. Coding a game to have everyone level backwards, subtracting XP instead of gain it. Dusty, is that even technically possible? Sunry's wife didn't look that old. Is Sunry robbing the cradle? No, it's one of those 2003 relationships where there's a 20-year age gap. That was just normal. Truly, surely. KOTOR, but you take constant damage. Oh my god. KOTOR, but you have the plague. Force powers only has been done. It wasn't that hard either. Looked pretty fun. If negative XP values are valid, it might be easy. Yeah, I've just never seen negative XP in KOTOR before, not in base game. But I guess as long as it's able to be done, you just put a negative in front of a number. Into video game, maybe. And at Malik, you're as powerful as Trask. That would be really hard. I still think that run would be possible. That's like a minimal level up run, but better. Because you have a chance. A much higher chance of surviving. It would basically be my pacifist run. I would have to look at my pacifist run, see what fights I was able to avoid. Never once do the pacifist shuffle as well. So that no one accidentally gets lured into enemies and XP is given to me without my consent. KOTOR is an angry Roomba. We've already got Roger. He's basically a Roomba. I'm sure that Roger would resent being called a Roomba, but alas. Clankers be clankin', as it were. Oh no, I ain't swoop racing today.
We might have a bet.
I don't need to swoop race. I've got so much money. KOTOR as an actual Sith with the Sith subclass from KOTOR 2. You know, I've been thinking about how possible it would be to have a run where you play KOTOR 2 with the KOTOR 1 sandbox and vice versa. Like, if you're playing KOTOR 2 as a KOTOR 1 character, you could only get to level 20, you'd be missing a whole bunch of force powers, all of KOTOR 2's overpowered gear. Would it be possible to even beat the game with that kind of cripple? With that kind of restriction? Meanwhile, KOTOR 2 in KOTOR 1 would absolutely blow through the game. You would have KOTOR 2's Force Storm just destroying everything.
Welcome to.
But I think that would be extremely difficult to implement.
Then I shall wait. Welcome to. Here, you can. Good. I wish you luck.
Also, I'm not decrypting the pass card, I'm going through the hangar. Kinda wish there was a mod that was able to blend the two games into one, like Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands. You know? I wonder how possible that would be. I think the games may be too old. Considering Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 are a tad more recent. And they are the same game. I guess KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2 do run on the same shit. Same engine and all that. So who knows? Interesting idea. I wish Obsidian got to finish a game for once. They have in the recent era, even though it's not the same team. Ship of Theseus and all that. KOTOR, but if anyone mentions the Force, you die. That's like a minimum talking run. Because I'm sure the Force gets mentioned a whole lot. I think even in a cutscene, it's an unavoidable cutscene where Bastila mentions the Force bond. You would just lose the game right there. Then again, if you have movies turned off, I guess it wouldn't be a problem. There's tech right there. Movies off tech. KOTOR as Kreia, you can only fight with one hand. Oh boy. That's like asking EA to not be greedy. It's impossible. Ow. I'm hurted. Double med pack tech, guys. Super relevant. I'm not talking to you. Hello, Clinker. Goodbye. Look at this XP, guys. 50 doubloons per slash. Stonks. Big stonks. It is good that we're ripping through everybody now. The Force and drugs are a powerful thing. Could I do a no level up run? Leveling up is required, but as a game rule, as a rule set, I think that would be an interesting run. As a play style, it would be very interesting. Seeing the minimum amount of levels you can get in one game of KOTOR. Definitely worth an exploration, I think. Why does the Clanker always die first? We don't like them. I'm not a fan of Clankers, dude. They're mean, they clank, and they don't like me, and they bullied me in high school. All the Roombas bullied me in high school, man. Actually, now that I think about it, were Roombas even invented when I was in high school? I don't think they were. Maybe they were? Maybe just like one model? Good, good. Give in to your hatred. Don't know where I got all those droid parts, but we'll take it. Grenadier, come here. You're dead, bucko. No, my droid friend. This is so sad. Can we play Despacito for him? Got him. KOTOR, but you actually wear a heart rate monitor, and if it goes over 90 to 100, your guy dies of a heart attack. Hooking up that kind of technology to this old game, that's like trying to play KOTOR 1 in VR. I would do it if I could, don't get me wrong, but like, no chance. No chance that technology is compatible. Oh yeah, these guys, they're really strong. Yeah. I have ion grenades though. I bought a whole bunch of them just for people like that. Also, hello, Owie. Dementia Daniel's actually doing pretty good. Yeah, we're theory crafting ideas for the next challenge run, just messing around, talking about ideas. Because this one looks like it's in the bag so far. At the current moment, anyway. Also, how did my destroy droid... My destroy droid is not an acceptable level right now. And yet I hit that. I still don't have any wisdom or charisma, so it's a miracle that that worked. Whatever, we'll take it. Light side powers. It only costs 5 force points to destroy all droids. That's cheap. And we'll come back to those two in a minute. Once my force points regain themselves. Can I beat KOTOR as Karth? I don't want to talk about it. Karth would be pretty similar to a normal guy run, but there would be more whining, and I'd be using guns instead of swords. KOTOR but grenades only. I have thought about a consumable run. That would probably be a really good stream series. I wonder if it's possible. I feel like I'd have to skip a lot of fights, but I think it's possible. Just seeing how much I could do with the bare minimum. I wouldn't even need to level up that run. I would just need as much HP as possible and decent armor class. Everything else is completely irrelevant. What other RPGs do I play? I could pull up a list. My favorite kinds of RPGs are the ones that have looting, and if they're a looter shooter as well, all the better. Ironically though, never played Borderlands. My number one RPG, probably Cyberpunk. I probably have the most hours in Cyberpunk 2077. Let me take a look at my highest games on Steam. Played Mass Effect a long time ago. I really liked Mass Effect when it was out. Well, not when it was out, when I was playing it. I haven't played it again in a long time. I like Dragon Age. Big fan of Dragon Age. I like Jade Empire. Anything that's old BioWare. Yeah, Cyberpunk I've got nearly 400 hours in. Baldur's Gate 3, really enjoyed. I got 350 hours. Dune Awakening was really fun when it's not really an RPG though. Fallout New Vegas got 200 hours. KOTOR's got 116 plus however many hours I played on mobile. SWTOR, I'm not counting Skyrim as an RPG. Outer Worlds got 50 hours plus whatever I played on console. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch. Jade Empire run videos. You know, that may be a good stream. I could put it up for vote for my next streaming series. It's been a long time since I played some Jade Empire. It deserves to be seen. Everyone loves Jade Empire. Dragon Age Origin run. You know, that wouldn't be such a bad idea. I'm actually not even sure how many people make Dragon Age Origins content. I know people make KOTOR videos. Variety channels certainly do. British Guy Gaming does. Binks Magnus. Me. And maybe some other videos from 2-3 years ago. But Jade Empire and Dragon Age Origins, I wonder if there's any audience. Am I a Destiny nerd? Lore-wise, no. Gameplay-wise, yes. I was a total nerd for Destiny. Like, almost 3,000 hours in Destiny. Like, 2,500, actually. Borderlands kind of mid, not missing much. I'll probably try it eventually. See if I can enjoy it or not. Never played Deus Ex. Would you be able to destroy Malik's heal stations with consumables? No. Unless there's a secret consumable that has an effect that is similar to a force power on accident, no. Malik's pods would be used. Unfortunately. Magicless Mage could be interesting. Then again, the way classes work in Dragon Age Origins, wouldn't that character be completely useless? Can you, like, melee with your staff, maybe? I don't remember if you can even do that. I'm pretty sure every action a mage takes requires you to cast a spell. That was my first character, by the way. It was a mage. Not the most fun run, because I had no idea what I was doing. But once I figured it out later, it was fine. Much later. You can put strength to use swords or dex for daggers. No warrior talents, yeah. So you would basically just be like a noodle. I would suggest SWOTOR. SWOTOR as a video, it's possible. It's doable. It'd be very boring, because 90% of that game is traveling. But it's possible. Dragon Age Origins as a squib? What the hell is a squib? You remember beating it legit one time, then immediately rushing the Jade Golem transformation style and crushing my way through the game? I don't remember that transformation. I don't think I used transformations. I was always running the fast style. And the gun. The gun's really funny in that game. I would have to defeat Malik like 9 times in the consumable run. That, or I'd have to drain his force points. Also possible. Also quite doable. Just drain his force points a bunch of times and tank. That would probably be the strat there. Mass Effect runs would be something I'd love. Yeah, I do have Mass Effect. It would take a while to download, but yeah, that's something I can do. Easy. Also, welcome back, Dusty. We're talking about other games. Jade Golem is immune to everything but magic. Oh, a squib is a magicless mage. I forget the lore. The lore slang in DA. It's been a while. Modded Mass Effect? What can you mod about Mass Effect? Like, style, I guess. SWOTOR has too many conversations. Love it as an MMO, but it wouldn't make a great stream. I think it would make for a good stream, because then I could have democracy on every choice. It'd be very funny and silly. 3 choices. Up, left, right. Oh, squib is a Harry Potter term? Yeah, I definitely wouldn't know, because I haven't read Harry Potter in a long time either.
You there. Come on.
What does the mod community for Mass Effect do? Do they make levels and stuff? Add subclasses? Or what are they doing? Mostly just fix Mass Effect 3. RIP. SWOTOR class story, but my chat decides everything. It'd be a long stream, but it would be comedic. Comedic as all hell. No denying that. Oh, Mass Effect 3 has 2 mods that make the ending optimistic where Shepard lives. But he already does live. He already does live the ending. He like he pushes up against some rubble and breathes in that one little scene. Shepard's alive. ME3 has the expanded galaxy mod. Doesn't fix the ending, but it fixes the mid-late game. ME3 peaks too early. Ripperoo. Armors, overhauls, reworks, cosmetics, appearances. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Warning.
You're in a Discord server with people playing ME3 multiplayer, and it's still active. Wow. Who would have thought? I heard someone mention on my stream on Sunday that some people met their spouse on ME3 Mass Effect multiplayer gaming. That's very interesting.
Warning.
You can meet anyone anywhere. ME2 peaks late and bitches love that. People in the Halo community saying Noble 6 survived. But no, he literally did survive. There's a cutscene at the end of the game, after the credits or whatever, where you're looking at a bunch of rubble with the N7 tag under all of it, and when you see it, ah shit, when you watch the cutscene, you notice that someone takes a breath, so that means your Shepard survived. Like, it's like their chest rose and lifted the rubble around them, like he was under it and breathing under it. He's alive. Alive, I tell you. Also, we have Mass Effect 4 coming out, so like, it's gotta be real. Speaking of which, has Mass Effect 4 gotten any news at all? Like, at all? Cause I don't think we've gotten jack shit. Even if Shepard is dead, he can be brought back. It did happen once. It has indeed occurred. If BioWare had just off Shepard at the end of 3 and gave it a decent ending, I'd be relatively happy. Ain't nobody got time to write endings. Impossible. Ow. Lazarus Project 2.0. We don't need Mass Effect 4. We need Andromeda 2 or nothing at all. That's totally fair. I don't even know why we're getting a Mass Effect 4. I'm intrigued. I'm interested to see what they could possibly do. No doubt the galaxy is in turmoil, what with the Mass Effect relays being gone. Everyone is stuck on the planet they're on right now, and they have to rediscover hyper travel, faster than light travel. Like, what will they do? How can they reunite the galaxy? That's an interesting plot. And yet, why do they need Shepard for it? Shepard did what Shepard did. He doesn't need to do anything else. Also, gotta wait for my force points to regen. Very fun. I didn't really like Andromeda. I wasn't engaged enough to finish it, personally. Unfortunately. Andromeda just feels like it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's cool that it's in Mass Effect universe, and it's cool that it's its own thing, but at the same time it doesn't matter. Because the only thing that matters is Shepard's saga. Unless, for some reason, Mass Effect 4 reaches out to, like, the Covenant that's carrying all the people who are moving to Andromeda. I don't really think Andromeda matters, ever. Will ever matter. Good, decent game now that it's been fixed, but, like, eh. If it ain't Shepard, it ain't nothing. They can't continue Mass Effect from 3 because there's way too many different choices. That's true, they would have to canonize one ending, and players would be unhappy about that. But then again, Mass Effect has canonized endings before. Multiple times, actually. So, I guess it wouldn't be that hard for them. Yeah, putting Liara in the sequel is a bit bait. Also, further pushes Liara as the canon love interest as well. Are the Geth killed? Do the Krogan have a cure? Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff they'd have to consider in the game. Like what kind of galaxy did what kind of galaxy was left behind? Sure, that galaxy is not united anymore. That galaxy is completely separated from one another. But in the process of reuniting everyone, how hard is it going to be for people to like Shepard? And that begs the question, if it's going to be easy, then what's the challenge of that game? If Shepard's the good Shepard, and he saved everybody and did all the things, does that mean the Krogan are going to have to be the antagonists? Does this mean this or that or whatever? It's got potential. Admittedly, it's got potential. But no doubt it's a lot of work. Everyone says that Edie died, but also at the same time, there's like a hint that she didn't. There's like a hint in a cutscene that Edie did not die. Or suggested it anyway. But they can change that anytime they want. So like, it's not like it really matters. They can say whoever's alive or dead, based on their ideas for rating. Did they ever put a release date on Mass Effect 4? I don't think they did. Nope, no release date. I'm not coping about Mass Effect. I think that there's lots of interesting things that can be done with Mass Effect, but it's impossible to please everyone who played Mass Effect, because unless there's like a time skip where Shepard is found like 30 years after or something, and things happened beside his control, the decisions he made, and then the decisions he made assisted history, but ultimately unique things happened anyway. Apart from that situation, it's difficult to appease Mass Effect fans and have their decisions not be recognized or non-canonized. Unless they made the single most variant game possible, where every single ending was accounted for, every single side quest was accounted for, that game would have to be the most comprehensive, well-written, super effort, maximum effort game ever. Cerberus Remnants. I don't think Cerberus would be chill with Shepard's body. They'd probably, like, burn it. The Veilguard, problem of wholly dismissing the Keep bothered me, because if it isn't my universe, then what's the point of the other 3 games? He'd need to be cryo-slept. But we couldn't get Liara in the trailer then. Unless Liara was also in cryo-sleep. BioWare's writing team, maximum effort. That hasn't been the case for a while. I don't think the council was a retcon. I think that was just a straight up dismissal of player choice, to be honest. If they'll do it in the past, they'll do it now. For sure. Veilguard could have been a novel. Yeah, it could have. But they needed a game. Asari can live 1,000 years, but not 3,000 years. That's 3,000 whole years. Hello, Exar-kun. We're talking about other BioWare games right now, Mass Effect being the main topic. We're talking about Mass Effect 4 and if it can possibly ever be good. I think it'll be interesting. That's for damn sure. They can go in any direction they want and step on any toes they want. And thus the question is, whose toes do they step on the most? Always coping when it comes to BioWare. Liara is the shadow broker. She can live huge time. KOTOR is the only BioWare game you've played. I would suggest starting while exploring old BioWare. I would explore Dragon Age. I would explore Jade Empire. Jade Empire is the most like KOTOR. But Dragon Age Origins, certainly the better game. Much more acclaimed as well. Very good. Yeah, she has rich people tech and all that, but like, can't make her that crazy, right? Also, I ain't taking any chances with this Sith Master. This guy has killed me many a time before. He's getting all the stims. We're getting the alacrity, we're getting the stamina, we're getting the strength. Yeah, we're getting the battle too.
How did you get in here?
Bro's getting all the blue arrows. I didn't want to open that door, but okay. Thank you, KOTOR. Crit. Good damage, but not a crit. My 4-speed ran out at the exact worst time. It's fine, we'll be fine. Mildly annoying. Considering that I got the 4-speed infinite buff glitch during all of Corbin, I think it's fair to say that I deserve to have my buff be running out a little bit here and there. Deadeye druggy. Listen, Daniel's got to make up for his strength somehow. I have come back from the timeline where the KOTOR remake released. It was an experience for better or worse. That doesn't tell us anything. If they do canonize an ending, why not get freaking go with Synthesis? No chance. They're definitely doing Destroy. There's no way they do any creative ending. Has this run been suffering? It was very much suffering in the end game, but now that I am a much higher level, it has gotten much easier. I now have the strength of a character that has just come out of character creation when I have drugs. That is a very specific situation, when I have drugs. Otherwise, I am still crippled. I have -2 or -1 in the stats I'm best at, and still -4 in everything else. But, you know, being a Jedi, having powers, getting this really good loadout that I've got on, it has made the game much easier. So, it's interesting. My armor class is still garbage. But our hero has certainly become far, far stronger. Thanks to his gear choices that increase his stats where he can't increase them himself. And being a Jedi in general. So a 0 stat run, this is looking like it's in the bag, very much so. If I'm somehow locked out of this run by something, I'll be very surprised. I'm pretty sure Malik is gonna be easy peasy. If you want to look at my previous VODs of this series, they are ad-free. The last 7 VODs of this series all go through the details of the early game, and boy, it was so bad. So bad. But yeah, now it has gotten much more manageable. Much more manageable. Honestly, this run, I would recommend people try. Early game is a bit of a pain in the ass, as I've mentioned, but for the experience of getting over that, it's worth. Around level 15 is where the run really goes back to normal. You feel like you're able to do things again. And excel as well. If you can get to level 15, you're good to go. Missed everything else because of work schedule. Don't worry about it. As I've said, it's all free to catch up on. Easy peasy. No ads, no nothing. Just straight VOD. You can leave it on while you're going to sleep. I know that a lot of people in my chat say that. It's good to know that I put people to sleep with my content. Not sure how to make a sequel with the Control ending. That would be difficult. Quite difficult. I think they're just gonna canonize Destroy, dude. Your Honor, that's Cap. I didn't do anything. Your Honor, I'm literally Iron Man. Anyway, it is now 10:30, fellas. The stream is coming to an end. We've gotten very far today. We were able to get Tatooine done nice and quick. We got the Leviathan done without much hiccup. Even the boss room with Admiral Karath was not that bad of a fight. And we're gonna clear out Manon on Thursday. we'll just go down, go to the underwater lab, get our XP from the fish, talk to the big shark friend, get our star map, get out, and then we'll be on to the end game. This run is pretty much in the bag. If I'm lucky, I think we'll be able to get it all done on Thursday, though expect it to be done for sure on Saturday. Anyway, no, I'm not doing the Sunray trial. That shit takes too long. Don't care about it. I will be skipping it. Doubles Malik's stats, please don't. Anyway, let me double check the save, make sure it actually went through. Yup. Alright, everybody. I will see you guys later, and anyone in the Gorilla Club who's in the chat, I will see you for Baldur's Gate. Yeah. See you guys around. Good night.